What's up, fight fans? Welcome to Sportskeeda MMA's daily news roundup for March 22nd. Jorge Masvidal and Colby Covington got into a street fight in Miami. Andy Slater of Fox Sports recently tweeted this. UFC stars Colby Covington and Jorge Masvidal got into a fight moments ago at Poppy Steak Restaurant in Miami Beach. Police have been called. Shortly after the alleged fight, Masvidal tweeted this video, issuing a challenge to Covington. In the video, Masvidal said, "I'm calling this the Show Your Face Challenge. What's up? I'm from Dade County. You talk that shit, you gotta back it up. That's how my city rolls, man." He even posted an Instagram story pointing to his tooth, hinting that he punched the tooth out of Covington's mouth. As of now, there is no footage of the fight, with Masvidal's manager Makhachev asking for someone to send him the video. "I'm hearing that a someone not from Miami who says he's the king of it is missing a tooth. Can someone confirm this? I need the video ASAP." But TMZ Sports acquired footage of the aftermath, which shows Covington surrounded by Miami police. In the video, you can hear Covington say, "He's over here swinging, trying to come at me, and I ran." Covington was with Bob Maneri, who tweeted this about Masvidal. "All I can say is I'm extremely disappointed in Jorge Masvidal as a professional fighter tonight. You let down a lot of people tonight, bro. Disappointed." Apparently, the reason Masvidal knew Covington was at the restaurant was because Maneri had posted their location to his Instagram stories. This rivalry dates back to when Masvidal and Covington were teammates at American Top Team and turned into bitter enemies, eventually meeting at UFC 272, where Covington won via unanimous decision. Sportskeeda MMA will update you with more as details emerge. Stay tuned. Paulo Costa recently spent a few hours on Twitter trolling some of the UFC's biggest stars. It started when Costa retweeted this Photoshop picture of what looks to be Stephen Hawking with Islam Makhachev's face. The tweet read, "Paulo, my friend got into an accident and is handicapped now. Can you say a prayer?" Costa would make the picture his Twitter banner and replied to the post, "That's so funny." Later on, Costa then tweeted a before and after picture of this lady with a caption that reads, "The girl at the club, she upon waking up. Who has had this experience?" Then he replied to his own tweet and said, "Why this girl look like Adesanya?" Costa continued handing out free roasts, shifting his aim back to Islam Makhachev when he retweeted this picture and said, "Dagestan bath." Costa even tweeted about Sean Strickland, who he recently got into a heated exchange with on social media. However, the translation of the video apparently had absolutely nothing to do with the tweet that read, "Where is Strickland? LOL, biggest mouth." Paulo Costa was undefeated at 13-0 before losing to Adesanya via TKO at UFC 253 and has since dropped another fight to Marvin Vettori. Do you think Paulo Costa's Twitter usage correlates to his lack of octagon time? Israel Adesanya had a couple of things to say about UFC London last Saturday. Adesanya posted his traditional fight card reactions on YouTube and became notably upset during his teammate Dan Hooker's fight. Dan Hooker lost to Arnold Allen in the first round via TKO, in a fight that was supposed to be Hooker's re-entry into featherweight title contention. Adesanya watched as Arnold Allen unleashed a fight-ending flurry of punches that forced the referee to stop the fight, but Adesanya was not convinced. "Come on, ref, what the f***? He was fine." Adesanya later elaborated on the stoppage in the same video. "It's hard for me to say, but I feel like I've seen later stoppages. And I know Dan, but I know I wasn't in there, but I feel for Dan, because I know how much he puts into this." Adesanya was also tuned into the main event, and after Tom Aspinall's impressive first-round submission over Alexander Volkov, teammate Darren Till hopped on top of the octagon and celebrated with Aspinall. Adesanya didn't like that. "Oh, sit down, Darren, it's not your moment. Sit the f*** down, it's not your moment. Get the f*** off." Which prompted Adesanya's brother to say, "He's not won in a while, let him enjoy it." Darren Till has since responded to Adesanya's reaction on his Instagram story. "Stylebender, you idiot. Tom Aspinall asked me to get on the cage with him. Keep looking down on me for my losses, brother. It's all good. I'll be here one day, you watch. You haven't looked the best either in your last few fights. Stay off the cocaine. It's not healthy for fighters." Do you think Darren Till will ever fight for a UFC belt again? The topic of transgenders in sports is one that has been dominating headlines, and Jorge Masvidal recently decided to take a jab at it on Twitter. Masvidal is known for delivering his opinions on several hot-button issues, most notably the recent Hunter Biden laptop scandal, which saw President Biden's son profiting off the Biden name. In this tweet, Masvidal asked an important question. What sport is left that is still biological girls versus biological girls? Want to put my daughter in a sport that is still fair to her. The tweet most likely had something to do with the media shitstorm involving U.S. swimmer Leah Thomas, the first ever trans athlete to win a collegiate title. Masvidal recently said this on Rumble. It's such a no-brainer, right? It's not fair. It's just not. Men should compete against men. If you don't want to compete against men, it's not fair to go and compete against women. I'm not trying to diss girls, but it's just different, you know? Girls should compete against girls. What is your take on this issue? Does Jorge Masvidal have a point? And last but not least, Sean Strickland recently blasted Colby Covington on social media. Covington recently spoke to James Lynch via Sportskeeda and was asked about Strickland's recent antics, to which he replied with, "Who's that? What's her name? Is that a girl? That's a guy you said?" Sean Strickland took to Instagram to blast Covington over his comments. Strickland posted the video of Covington's altercation with former UFC heavyweight champ Fabricio Verdum and trolled the way Covington ran from the situation. Strickland had this to say, "I thought Trump's would have been too deep in your mouth for you to speak. Just because someone can fight doesn't mean they're not a coward. Colby Covington, look what happened when you got called out for being a troll. You ran away and pulled out your phone. You're a Karen." Strickland is referring to Covington visiting the White House during Trump's presidency when he won the interim welterweight strap. That about does it for Sportskeeda MMA's Daily News Roundup. Here is one final question for you fight fans. Do you think Colby Covington will actually make the move to 185? Don't forget to subscribe and follow Sportskeeda MMA on all our social media platforms. Thanks for tuning in.